Hey guys, I've been using AI to run my business over the last 4 months, and I want to share some of the lessons because you're busy running businesses, running families. You should have an easier life. Let me show you how you can make it easier by probably 40%, 50% doing this. My setup right now is we're only 3 humans and we are using 5 advisors and 122 agents right now to run our business. The core piece is really, and I see you making mistakes every day because I work with dozens of teams, and we as a team, we work with 30, 35 teams each week. And so we see how you use AI and how you run your business. And there are some things that you can improve. First one is you don't need hundreds of advisors. You just need 5 advisors and agents working towards them. Now, the number of agents then can be ad infinitum, really, can be hundreds. But the point is, you need 5 advisors and their roles. For example, Greg, who is the distribution advisor in our world, has a role. He's the distribution strategist. He has expected outcomes. He has responsibilities. And he has not this, which is what we're not expecting from him and what no agent or human can expect from him. With this simple role and responsibilities and 5 advisors, you're good to go actually. And then when they need to ship, they will now spawn agents. They will hire agents. They will onboard agents. They will write roles and responsibilities for the agents. For example, Boris has 6 agents and he is the CTO. So if he needs to improve, for example, our cybersecurity OPSEC checklist, he either does it himself if he has the time, or if it's a recurring thing, he will delegate that to an agent and say, update this checklist every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Because Simon is sleeping, we have all the tokens that we need. He is not messing around on the computer, so we can do whatever we need to do without interruptions. And so he will spawn the agent or hire the agent, however you want to call it. In reality, they're spawning it, right? But I see many people talking about hiring agents. Well, you just create them. And so Boris creates his agents. Right now, he needs 6 agents to do his work. And you only need 5 advisors. So let me share with you some of the lessons from how I built my own board of advisors. Because most B2B owners that I coach, they have a strategy doc and they have a task list. But between those things, the gap is huge. So this is what you should do. That's your strategy paper. And this is what you're doing. And in between, there is quite the gap. And that gap, every day, does it get smaller or wider? What do you think? Every day it's getting wider. Why? Because we're human beings. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have more ideas than you have fun in completing those ideas, right? You have more fun in generating ideas and starting projects than in actually completing projects, managing projects, following up on the last 5% of implementation. That's boring to you. That's why you start projects, then you delegate to other people who run them or agentic collaborators who run them. I see the gap widening every day when we coach you guys. And one thing is to start with that specific advisor. So I built 5 advisors with Cloud Code. They close exactly that gap for me because I'm like you guys. I like starting things more than finishing things, but I make sure that they get finished. So stay until the end. You will see the 5 advisors, how you can build them up, and how that whole thing together runs your business when you don't. The mistake number 1 that I see is you guys build too many agents, and it's just agents. So today I saw a setup with 47 agents, all doing the tactical work, more tasks, more output, more ideas, more noise, actually, because The humans can't keep up doing it, executing it. The agents can't keep up executing it. They hit the limit even of Claude Max plan once per day. And so that's not a coherence problem. It's a coherence problem times 3, right? You're just generating more and more ideas, but you're not executing on them. So I had this same setup, and this is how I get out of it. So first advisor that you need is a strategic coherence advisor. Mine is called Richard. And he reads your strategy page. Our strategy page is in Notion because you can talk to Cloud Code and say, update the strategy page in Notion, and it's updated. Then there is a Kanban board, the sprint dashboard, backlog doing done. That's also a Notion page. And all the agent results from yesterday, he looks at that and he asks one question. Does what we're doing today actually serve what we should do to accomplish this month's goals? And that's problem number 2 that I see when you guys use it. Many of you don't have goals for the agents. What are the goals for this month? If they don't have goals, they will just produce more and more ideas, more and more noise, but nobody executes on it. So give them 3 goals for this month. And you install your first advisor, which is the strategic coherence advisor. 3 goals, strategic coherence. Now you give this advisor 2 data points. One is the goals, the other one is the current activities of right now, Monday to Friday. So you create a little Kanban board, backlog, doing, done. And in here, you have everybody, humans and agents, track their tasks as they complete them to done, and as they move them and clarify them and work them towards progress. Your advisor sees what you are doing and he sees what you should be doing, right? So he sees your goals and he sees the gap between what you should be doing and what you are doing. And he can quickly tell you, hey, increase the coherence. You're doing 7 things. 5 of them are not contributing to your monthly goals. Double check. So now you solved the coherence problem, which is a big problem. So if you did that, congrats already. That's huge. Now, Richard, he owns strategic coherence. He reads the strategy page, the sprint dashboard, all the agent results. If it's a sales thing, he gives it to Anthony. Right? Anthony is our sales guy, and he scores our recent sales calls. He reads the current pipelines, both the prospecting pipeline and the deals pipeline. So before an initial call and after the initial call. We have 2 pipelines. He calculates the deal math. What's the pipeline number right now? Is it above, below? Is it green, yellow, red? He sets the number 1 priority for the day. Simon, you have to move that deal forward. He delegates to 8 strategy agents under him. They might do some research. They might draft an email for Simon and put it in Gmail draft. Jay owns alliances and revenue multiplication. So he applies the Jay Abraham frameworks, who is a partner of ours. And I don't just meet Jay every week and work on clients with him. We also published a book together, Time Freedom, about exactly this. And so he applies the strategic alliances and the revenue multiplication lenses to what we are doing and say, oh, look, here, this is what you can do. Oh, there, you forgot this. Greg is the distribution guy, content distribution, right? Your content, how can it become 8, 9, 10, 15 lead magnets for the right people to come in? So he has 6 strategies. He's A/B testing them all the time and reporting to Discord. And then there is a CTO for all the technical stuff, like cybersecurity, which files, who has access to which, how do we protect our clients' information at all times from being stolen, being seen, being accessed. All the security and technical questions, that's Boris. Our CTO, that's the board. 5 perspectives. Each advisor has 3 to 20 agents working for them, and they're doing the actual work. And the advisors and the humans in the loop, which is 3 of us, we are only thinking, delegating, monitoring, assessing quality, working on the governance, right? On the security issues, on the scalability issues, on the client satisfaction. How can we make this even more safe, more valuable for our clients? How can we create even more wow experiences for our clients? That's our job. That's the human job. You shouldn't do much else actually, because it can be done by agents. So researching a prospect manually is not the highest expression of your humanity. It's not. But thinking about how can you help them even more solve their biggest problems, that's your priority. So it's getting long, but let me share, there is also a rhythm, right? So Sunday, 6 p.m., Richard picks one focus, and that one focus, he tells me in Discord. So because on Monday, when I am on my desk, I will see Richard's pick for the week. He said, Simon, of all these things, this is the number one priority. 1 sentence, 3 named owner moves, 2 things that are explicitly not a priority, and he puts it to the Discord channel called Board. Now, Monday 7:30, Richard audits every task on my sprint dashboard, maps each one to the focus and the current monthly goals. He parks the orphans. He adds missing moves. He picks one yes or no question that I owe him a reply on by end of the day. And if I don't reply, the default action takes effect always. Wednesday and Friday at noon, a 6-line pulse check, 1 verdict from wins, celebrating, nudging, escalating, things that are on track. If we are at risk of missing this week's focus by Friday, he files a rescue task into the responsible advisors queue automatically. And day 25 every month, he makes a draft for me for the next month's goals based on how much percentage we overachieved or underachieved the current goals. He will adapt forward. Also based on what the self-improving loops are telling him that's working right now. This is what's working in emails. This is what's working on LinkedIn. This is what's working in live events. We will do more of that. Day 28, he reads my reply. It's either thumbs up or edit or And then day 1 of the new month, he logs them onto the strategy page and creates the sprint dashboard rows. My input across the whole monthly cycle is an emoji or saying stop, this is wrong. But usually I'm hitting 2, and I'm not hitting 2 anymore because it's in auto completion mode now. So that's the architecture. The Richard rhythm closed our strategy execution gap. And if you have a strategy execution gap, which I'm sure you have, you can close it also in the next 30 days by doing exactly what I showed. If you need more help, we are here to help. You can join Sprint Club for free, strategysprints.com. Try it out 7 days, tag me. Let me start helping you with no risk. If you want to work with us, one-on-one work is $9,000 a month, but we also have group coachings that start at already at $900 per month. So yeah, let me know how your board of advisors is going. If you need help, strategysprints.com. Keep rolling.